Right, good morning fishy people. I'm Alan Nosh from FishOn TV and I've just arrived at the wonderful Lindholme Lakes. It's the 16th of November and it's the Ledger Cup, which I mentioned in a couple of videos earlier. The Ledger Cup is feeder only, but you can use a bomb and you can use your catty. And it's my first ever big money tournament. $2.5 grand for first prize, 1,500 for second and $1 grand for third. Right, before I carry on rattling on about that, it's the 16th of November. It's my wife's birthday. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So happy birthday, Jane. I won't tell anybody how old you are, but you still look young and beautiful to me. Creep, 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 creep. Anyway, I hope we have a wonderful day with my number 2 wife, Jez, round Leeds, having a few drinky winkies. And I will have a lovely meal ready for you when you get home. But seeing as you've watched this, you've probably already eaten it. So I hope you have a great day anyway. And yes, lads, I've gone fishing on a birthday. But it reminds me of a Lord Castle song. Dedication. Oh dear, I could be in trouble. But anyway, I'm here. Really looking forward to it. I can't wait. There'll be some mighty fishermen here today. With Nick Speed, who seems to win everything here. Alan Scawthorne, I know he's been bagging up lately. So well done, Al. And there could be likes of Lee Kerry, all your top boys, because there's quite a bit of money involved. So what we're doing, me and Bob Huntington from the Old Boys Fishing Club. We've entered this one. We've decided if we do happen to win anything, we're going to share. So there is another chance that you can win money. Well, when we get here, we have to pay £20 for sections. So the section money, for you people that don't know, means that even though there are 90 anglers here, it will get split up into, I don't know whether it's 6, 8 or 10 people in a section. If you beat all those people, you have a chance of winning maybe 100 quid. So if either of us win 100 quid, or one of us wins 100 quid, whichever, we'll split it. It'll pay for his entry fee and things like that. So we'll agree that. And if one of us happens to be on the fish, because at that time, it's this time of year, and we end up with a mighty weight and we end up in the top 3, we'll also split that. So, but that's going to be really difficult. It's double fingers crossed for a good peg. 2 targets I've got. 1, DNW. I don't want that. That's did not weigh. So I'm crossing my fingers. I want some fish at least. Number 2, try and win my section. That'll give us a bit of money. That'll be fantastic. And if we end up being a mighty fisherman, fill 2 nets full of fish or so, you never know. You just never know. And at this time of year, with it being winter, if you do drop on the fish, it does give you a chance of beating those other mighty anglers. So we shall see how we get on. I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit, whatever bit that is. But anyway, I can't wait. I'm going to get a Brecco, good talk tactics with Bob, and see how we get on. So we shall see you at the draw. See you soon.
Hey up, here we go, old boys, captain.
Cheers, Aaron. There we go, what we got here. We hope it's stuck together.
1 minute, pal.
Bonsai 67. Right, I've drawn 67 on Bonsai, and Bob, what you drawn?
12 on Laurel.
12 on Laurel, and Laurel is the place to be, isn't it?
So I'm told, yeah. We'll
so
see
fingers crossed, we shall see you on the bank. Right then, people, I'm at my peg. Can you believe it? I'm half an hour early. Get in. First time ever. No organising to do, no nothing. Just got all my stuff ready. I'm on peg 67 on Bonsai now because I was on my way here. The only pond I didn't want, because I fished it a few times and I know that it's not been fishing the best, So I don't think anybody on here can win the match from bonsai, but you just never know with fishing, you just never know. I have actually, smack in front of me, seen a fish top about 2 yards to the left of the island. I've got 2 islands, one to my left, one to my right, so I can get to the edge of one of the islands. I've seen some movement there, and there's a tree actually in the water, and I've seen movement there, and they're mine to catch those fish. The guy outside of me can't go there, neither can the guy to the left. So if they're feeding, there might be a chance of getting 1 or 2 poles. So I've rung my mate Turtle, Shane they call him, Shane Gibson, Gibbo, and he says, well, it's not the best, isn't bonsai, but you're in a reasonable area, you should catch a few fish. So that's what I'm hoping for. Like I say, I'm going to try and not DNW, I'm going to try and win my section. That is my aim today. If it happens to be a great day, you never know, you just never know. But this is what I've got, winter tactics. So there's my bait tray. So we've got soft pellets there, that's my dark green mix, sweet corn. I've got some pinkies if I get desperate, they're quite good, they don't fill fish. Red and white maggots, a few pellets and a few micros, and I've put some of the green swim stim in just to give it that little bit of an extra edge. So, you know, they still squash up nicely, so break down nicely. So my tactics, here we go. You can see my rods here. This rod here, I've got a very small bomb attached to that one, and I'm going to be suspending a bit of bread about 24 inch off the bottom it is. I've not clipped up anywhere. I don't want to make any noise whatsoever in front of my peg. Everybody else has clipped up, I'm not doing it. So I'm just going to go out there, start off negative, pop a bit of bread up. I might reduce that down to 12 inch depending on how things go, so we'll see how that goes. And then this other rod, I've got a small 20 gram method feeder on that one. So on that one I've got the options of putting, I can corn on there, I can put soft pellets on there, I can put hard pellets on there, I can put any of these. Little chocolate orange, Ringer's chocolate orange, all sorts of little different coloured pellets and wafters and washters if needs be. So that's what I can do with that one. Now the bomb rig that I've got set up, I can also change. I had quite a bit of success at Woodhouse Grange just on maggot. So I've got a little maggot feeder as well, and that, because if I were fishing here I would definitely go to about 12 to 14 metres just in front of me, so it's like in the middle, and I would have a pole line there, so I'm going to use that as my maggot line. I can also put soft pellet on there, just flick it out there. So that's going to be my short line. My long lines are going to be, I'm going to come away from the island, see how it goes. I'm not going to go tight up. Somebody said don't go tight up, so I'm going to give that a go, and we'll just see. I might work towards the island, but I'm going to be looking for fish to start with the bread. So we'll see how things go, and I shall give you an update very, very soon. I'm getting very excited. Woohoo! See you soon. Yeah, I'm alright saying I'm at my peg. I forgot to show you my peg, didn't I? So here we go, have a little look. There's an angler to the side of me. He'll be on peg 65. That's his island. Angler opposite. And there we go, that's my island. My island, nobody else's. And then I've got a guy on peg 69. So there we go. I forgot to show you that to start with, but... Right, I'm ready, I'm waiting. Been waiting for about 20 minutes. First time ever in my fishing career, I think. No, I tell a lie, when I first started fishing, I was always ready at those matches with the Old Tavern Fishing Club, so thanks Old Tavern for getting me involved. That's the all in, so here we go, fingers crossed folks. Popped up bread to start with. I've gone about 2 yards away or so, to start with, and I'm going to work my way towards the island. Not quite sure how deep it is out there. But I do know it shallows up as you get to the island. Right, we're in, ready and fishing. It's called FishOn TV. I'm hoping to get lots and lots of fishes on. What a lovely day. Can't complain with today, can we? It's oh, I've just had a liner as well. Now, all around me everybody's casting bait in at the minute, so I ain't going to do that. I'm going to see if it works for them. If it does, then I know to start putting a little bit of bait in, but I'm not putting any feed in to start with. Let's see how it goes, eh? It's crossed. Right, people. We are about 55 minutes in. And I'm getting plenty of liners. There's fish there, but I have been feeding a few maggots at about 10-11 metres, like a pole line. And I've noticed when I put a few maggots in, I seem to get quite a few liners. I've had liners on bread, I've had liners on corn. I have had one carp, about 4 pounds. There's not a lot happening to my left, and there's not a lot happening to my right. I did get the one on bread earlier. But I'm thinking I might make a change to maggot. I might give this short line a little try. If not, maggot a bit further out. So I have heard that somebody's catching behind me somewhere, but I'm not sure if they're in my section or not. I'm assuming these to my left and right are in my section. It's proving pretty difficult, but there is fish in front of me. I just need to find out what they're wanting. So I just thought I'd give you a little quick update. I didn't try to turn my camera on when I had that first fish on, because the first fish is always the most important. So we shall crack on now. We'll see if we can get a few more and start catching. I'll play a little bit more. So we'll see you soon. Right then, folks, we are nearly 2 hours in. I think I foul hooked one earlier. Took me all over the lake into the guy next door's peg. Luckily he just pulled his rod out, so he waited until it cleared. It was foul hooked, or it were a mighty fish. Right, I've gradually worked my way towards myself, and I've gone on to a little method feed. I've got in lots of liners, and I've just had 2 F1s. Shame I didn't have the camera rolling. You just never know when these bites are going to come at this time of year. Guy to my left here has not had a fish. Not sure about the guy further down. I think he's just had one. I've just had a liner. I can't see what the guy at the end has had. The guy to my right, he's had one. The guy next to him, I think he's had a couple of small ones. I've heard that somebody behind me's had 4 F1s and a carp. I've heard somebody else has had 5 F1s and a carp. Don't know how big they are. Mine they're not too bad. I've got 9 pounds-ish. I've had a little skimmer and a roach as well. So I'm not completely out of it yet. I'm still in with a shout. Need to put a few more fish in the net. Bites have been coming between sort of 3 and 5 minutes. This has been in 4 minutes. So it's fishing quite hard. I know the guy opposite me, he's had a couple as well. So I'm not totally out of it. I still need to be putting a few fish in my net to compete. I've tried the maggot feeder and all I could get was a little roach there, so I'm going to persevere with this method feed. Like I say, I've had a couple of decent sized F1s, one about 3, one about 2. So there's definitely fish out there, because I can tell I'm having small liners. So is it the fish that are on? I keep firing a few maggots at about 8 or 10 metres in front of me from a short line. Is it those fish? Like I say, all I had there were roach. I need some fish to move in. Right people, you missed the bite, but I just had a little F1. I forgot to put the camera on. Gone back out and 1 minute and 48. Right to another little F1 I think. And I've got a great triffid just floating in front of me. I don't think you can see it in the pond. I don't know where that's come from. It's drifted right into my peg. There we go, another little F1. Oh, it's unhooked itself. Nice one. There you go, look. Little F1. Need loads of those, loads of them. Loads needed. Well, this one took a bit longer. I had a skimmer earlier. Not sure what this one is yet. Can't let my mind up. Is it another skimmer? Yes. The skimmers have moved in, but I've heard somebody on this lake has got 7, 8 big carp for about 50 or 60 pound. He's going to take some beating, I'll tell you today, because it ain't on fire around here. So, here we go, look. It's a bream. Skimmer's a small bream for you people that don't know. There we go, look. But at least there's fish going in my net. I'm up to about 12 poundish. So, you've seen me catch another one. We shall carry on. I need some bigger ones. I'm probably going to make a change and go and bomb a corn or bomb and bread, see if I can get some of those bigger ones. They have definitely, these fish have definitely been closer. I'm going about 5-6 yards away from the island because of all the liners I was getting. And it could have just been these bream, but look of it. So, we shall persevere with this while I'm catching a few. Right then, folks, nobody's catching. It is really, really quiet on this lake. It's pretty much like it was last time I were here. It wasn't the pond I wanted to draw, but that's what happens, you get what you get, and it's very quiet. I've only got about 12 pounds. And the guy to my left, he hasn't even had a liner, he said. So it's fishing pretty bad. The guy opposite me has not had anything. The guy to my right has had a skimmer recently. Next to him, I think he's only had an F1, a small carp and a skimmer. It's really quiet. Oh, there's a guy. First fish I've seen caught for a while. What's he caught there? Looks like a little F1. That's the first fish I've seen caught for, crikey, 45 minutes, an hour. Really quiet. I'm not getting any liners. Well, to be fair, I've just had one little liner on this line. It's been out nearly 5 minutes. Usually if I do get a bite, it's within 2 to 3 minutes. I've gone back on the method. I've tried corn, I've tried popped up bread again. I've tried my short line earlier. I only got a couple of little roach. So it's very, very quiet. I hope Bob's doing better than I am. But I don't know who's in my section. I can just see a guy at the end there landing a fish. That's the second fish I've seen caught in 45 minutes or so. It's not great. So I've no idea how I'm doing in my section. Just got to persevere and crack on and hope some fish turn up. I'm going to try my little method. I've tried the maggot feeder down there. I'm going to try my little method feeder short with a couple of banded dead maggots. I'm going to put some micros around that, I think, and just see if we can get anything. Anything will do at the minute, but it's really, really quiet. I still can't complain. It's been a nice day. There's been no rain. We've got geese. Look at these things. squawking all day long, them. They've not shut up. That's about as much action as we've had all day. So I feared the worst when I drew this pond, because I know it's not been fishing well. My pal said it's not been fishing well, not the pond to be drawn on today. But you can only do what you can do, so I'm going to go short. I'm going to give it a go there, just to see if anything's come on. I've kept drizzling a few maggots, maybe 10 to a dozen maggots every sort of 10 minutes or so. I've kept drizzling maggots down there. So I'm just going to give that a go shortly, see if there's anything turned up there. Right then folks, update. It's 5 to 3, there's 35 minutes to go, and I've not had a bite since I last checked in. Guy to my right's had a couple of small carp, but it's dire, absolutely dire. So not a lot to report, unfortunately, and I'm still on £12, so don't think I'm going to be winning anything today unless something happens in the next half hour or so. So that's why I've not filmed anything, because there's been absolutely nothing to report. But to be fair, apart from this guy to my right, I've not seen, and the guy to my left's packed up, he's gone. So that's how bad it's been for him. So I know there's a guy 1, 2, 3 up to my left. He's supposed to be winning the match, but I've not seen him catch anything for quite a while. Poor day all round. So, but I've still thoroughly enjoyed it. I like being part of this. I really enjoyed it. So I could just do with a few more fish to finish off with. I reckon 2 decent carp might put me in with a chance with my section, but we shall see. We shall see what happens. See you soon.
Got 4 babies somewhere. So here we have the best looking lad from Ponty, Ponty Pandy. This peg yesterday weighed in 162 pounds, so let's see how he's got on today.
Yeah, whatever.
Obviously didn't buy enough bait.
There, I don't even have a line, is it? Packed up.
No, you know, I just wanted a big going through.
Now I'm good, mate, today.
A bit of water.
Room for the pudding.
Is it neat?
£14, 5 ounce.
£14.
You've set a record for the worst weight on this peg.
Thank you.
Well done.
I'm very proud.
Just wish your wife very happy birthday.
Cheers, Alan.
Okay. Third place, walking away with £1,115. This man led, we thought, for much of the day. He's finished with £85.11. Rob Bergin. Can we have the top 3 as well for a photo? Don't shoot off. Second place. What a great young angler this lad's turned into. Absolutely brilliant performance today from peg 19 on the loco. A weight of 96.1 and walking away with 1,615 quid. Dean Jacks. Well done, mate. And the winner. I'm not sure anybody saw this one coming. Fortunately, I did film him catching a few nice fish earlier, but people walking around didn't see this. A weight of 99.6 from peg 7 on the beaches. He's come up from the south of England and he's took money off the Northerners today. With a weight of 99.6, the new Ledger Cup champion, Pat Cooper. say, guys, as well, there will be another Ledger Cup event for next year. It's going to be a little bit different to what we've done this year, and full details will be on the video that's going out in about 2 weeks' time.
Brilliant.
So, thank you all, everybody.
Well done, Tom.
Right, good morning, folks. It's Monday morning, and I did do a summary of the match, the Ledger Cup at Lindholme, after the presentation. But when I looked at the quality of it, a little bit too dark. I didn't like it, so why not do another recap today? So I've just been in the gym, few steady exercises, trying to build my back, strengthen my back. Back up, still not right, still bloody hurting, but anyway, we'll soldier on. So, Ledger Cup at Lindholme, the day, everything weighed in. I can't remember all the names of the guys. I think they called the guy that won it Pat. I think he's won it from Beaches with £99, so well done. I think it was Pat. Not sure, I can't remember. Anyway, let's start with my match. The only pond on the lake, the only pond I didn't want on the complex, and I spoke to a pal of mine, Turtle, as everybody knows him down there. He says, you don't really want bonsai. He said, it's not fishing its best at the minute. Sure enough, what did I draw? Bonsai. Peg 67. Another guy down there that Turtle knows, called JK, I've just been talking to him. He says, what are you drawn? I said, bonsai, and he went, well, but, says it all, doesn't it? So, listen, I was disappointed with my draw. Bob, he drew on Laurel's number 11, so he was quite excited with that, as you can hear from earlier on the video. End of the day, I'm going to my peg to catch some fish. So I just love fishing. Don't matter what happens, where I am, the challenge is to catch fish. So as I'm talking to people around me, some cracking guys down there, nobody fancied it. Nobody fancied it on bonsai whatsoever. So my tactics for it was a dead simple approach. My tactics was a small feeder. I have hook lengths with a little push up on, set at 24 inch. I was going to start at that, and the reason I left it at that is because while I was in my peg I noticed a little bit of movement near the island under a bush, so I just thought there's a few fish quite up in the water a little bit there, so I left it at 24 inch to start with. Whistle went, everybody were piling pellets in galore. Pellets, sweet corn. I thought, well, I ain't doing that. I'm going to start with the negative approach, and I just took the little bomb out there, suspended it maybe 24 inch off the bottom, 3 little discs of, it was 10mm pieces of bread I started with, and I noticed I was getting liners pretty much from the off. So after about 10 minutes or so I thought, right, I'm going to give this, I'm going to bring it in a little bit. Usually when you get liners, for you people that don't know, if you're getting liners, they're a little bit closer to you, so that's how I was reading it. People are still firing stuff in. Went a little bit shorter with 6mm discs on, three little 6mm discs of bread. Didn't really have too much on that one. I think it was about an hour in, I think it was, coming a little bit closer to the island. I set off at about 2 to 3 yards away, if I remember rightly, a little bit close to the island, and then round it went, and I ended up with a 4-pound common carp. So I thought, nice one, I've located them, there we go. Very negative approach, I put no bait in whatsoever. Then I had nothing, and again I had nothing, so I shortened the hook length down to about 18 inch to between 12 inch and 18 inch. I didn't measure it, so I took quite a little bit off just to see for a little bit lower down, and I ended up hooking into another one which I think was foul hooked, as it just screamed everywhere. Went into the guy's peg next door, and I lost that one. It went into roots eventually, I couldn't hold it, lost that one. So I tried sweet corn, I think I got one on sweet corn, and then pretty much dried up. So I had been putting 3 or 4 pieces of corn in by then, and I got a little method feeder set up, so I changed to the method feeder. This time now I was about 6 yards off the island. So I put a little method feeder out there with a little Ringer's chocolate yellow on, and I ended up with some F1s. I think you saw that, some F1s, a few skimmers. but not, you know, we were waiting for bites pretty much quite a little bit, but the bites, when I did get a bite, came within 2 or 3 minutes. I also kept drizzling a few maggots at about 10 metres, which is what you'd do on a pole line. You just put a few maggots in now and again. Tried that. All I had on there was a few little roach. Nothing to shout about. So the guy next door, he hadn't even had a liner. He packed up with about an hour and a half to go. Everybody down that bottom end where we were, I only ended up with about £14, I think it was £14.5 actually, £14.5, and Aaron actually congratulated me for catching the lowest weight ever off that peg. Thanks, Aaron. Well, at least he held some kind of record, don't I? I hope he's kidding. But anyway, we had a bit of a laugh about that. Nobody all around that corner where we were broke £30. A little bit further up, the guy had £88. I think he's come third in the whole match. So he did quite well there, and I know I could hear him. He'd not fed a thing for 3 or 4 hours, so the negative approach was the right approach. It just didn't happen for me, unfortunately. So I even went down to an 0-11 bottom on every line, and it didn't make any difference. I just don't think they were having it where we were. So it was pretty tough where we were. I spoke to Tommy Pickering a bit later on. He struggled where he was. He'd about £20. He told me that Nick Speed had struggled to get £30. So everybody thought the winner was going to come from Laurels or Strip. It came from Beaches, and it's funny that it came from Beaches because a pal of mine, Turtle again, he said Beaches, he says water clarity is really clear. If you draw that, he said you definitely want corn or popped up bread. And the guys won it on popped up bread all day apparently, and he's ended up with £99. So well done. I think, like I say, I think it was Pat. So well done to you. 96 was second, and I think it was the 88 on our pond that was third. I think. I'm sure you'll have heard all the results on previously. That's why I did record the presentation. So I was pretty disappointed with what I caught. Nowhere near winning my section. At least I did weigh. So. But I was disappointed. I feared the worst from the beginning, but all I can say is I really enjoyed the competition. I enjoyed the company. The absolute atmosphere of it all is superb. I will be entering more of these matches. I want to get into it a little bit more. I'm very competitive, so I will not be defeated. I'll still be turning up to these matches doing my best, and hopefully we might get to know a few more guys. So a little bit more bad luck. Bob Huntington, bless him, and bless us. How unlucky are we? He's ended up coming second on his lake, so we did stay and watch the presentation because he wasn't sure what section he was in. And when we heard that £25 won the other section on his lake, we were just shaking his heads. He's come second on the whole lake with £39, but unfortunately he was in the same section as the lake winner who had 77. So we missed out on some section money as well there. It's just not gone our way today, or should I say on Saturday. But all in all, we really enjoyed it. We had a cracking day. Spoke to a few people, had a bit of a laugh with them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know there was nothing about this video about me winning anything, catching too much. It's absolutely rubbish on that side of it, but that's how fishing goes. You can't turn up to every match and win every single match. So we are at Hayfield Lakes tomorrow. So I'll be filming that. So hopefully I'll see you there. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to click the subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and click the notification bell. One more thing I will say, Aaron and Tom Scully for organising the day yesterday. It went as smooth as anything. Well done guys, thoroughly enjoyed it. I will be back next year, so I'll see you guys there. You people, I'll see you at Hayfield Lakes. Ta-ta for now, and don't forget, fish on.